A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. And in this session, I'm going to be talking about a statement that was given to me that truth gets revealed and masks from people's faces are coming off. And this is the experience of both the masculine and feminine, because this is a mirrored situation, a channeling which is based on opposite polarity. So once one person goes through it and then the other person goes through it, and I'm going to be talking about how I'm going to be talking about how it takes place. Also, there is some background sounds because some ladies are singing, chanting in the background. So I hope that will not distract any of you, and I hope it is quite low in the recording, because in real time it's a bit loud. So anyway, let's get started and let's get into it. So I'm going to be taking help from tarot and chakra as and when needed here. And also I would like to tell you that all the credit goes to source, masters and spirit guides, who are the ones who are actually providing the messages for the collective. I would also like to say that just in case you don't resonate with this, then you guys can, anyone who doesn't resonate with it and wants a more customized sort of a guidance, hand-holding, then you can write to me at the sunamoon@gmail.com after you check out the description box, which has all the details on therapies and readings. And you can get help, because it is quite natural to go through doubts and feel limited in this twin flame ascension journey, especially when you have so many healings to be done. You have so much trauma stored inside your energy body, and you have the wounds that need to be taken care of, that need to go away actually forever. So yeah, so let me just shuffle the cards first. Okay, one more and one more. Wow, perfect cards. So there is a progression that I see, but the last card is the World, which means that yes, this whole unmasking is going to happen. And the first card is Nine of Swords. As you can see, the emotions that this person is going through. So there is a big difference in the first and the last card, and in between there are cards that will explain the journey. Now, how is this going to work out is basically that first and foremost, it's going to be very heartbreaking for this person to actually go through the pain. So it's not like the other people are going to put that person in pain, whether it's the masculine or the feminine. The pain will happen. The pain, they will feel it. It's the pain of separation. It's the pain of letting go a person, even when you're right in your love and you're true about your feelings, but you can't help it, you're letting them go. First, it is the feminine who will let this person go. The masculine it could be. And again, this is not gender specific. Whosoever carries the feminine energy and masculine energy, it can be a man, it can be a woman, but the person on the other side who gets discarded first, unfortunately, is the feminine here. And fortunately, because it's the feminine here, then obviously that she will become very strong. She will bring out the Hierophant energies. She will bring out the mysterious, the mystical energies, which is the High Priestess energies, the Empress energy. These are all energies that will come out, because at the end, this is the result. This is the result of whatever happens. So my dear friends, whenever Nine of Swords appear in the reading, I have to say this is going to give a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of nightmares, a lot of difficulty, in just existing, and a lot of difficulty in accepting what has happened, because both the people, I can feel they are so much in love with each other, and it's true love. It's not false love. It is real. What they experience with each other is real. But because of the triggering, so what happens during the triggering phase is like, you don't know that the other person is not doing it. It's coming from you only. You're the one who's getting triggered, or you have the fears, or you have the wounds, but it looks like from the outside that that person is doing it. And this is exactly what happens with the masculine. He keeps thinking that it's the feminine who is doing this. And he's like, I love this woman so much. I want to do so much for her, but she doesn't have patience. She's acting so difficult. She wants me to man up, or she wants me to take responsibility. Actually, that is his trigger. He doesn't want to grow up. He doesn't want to take responsibility at that point in time. And then after this horrible, difficult phase, this phase is not easy. It goes on for a while where they have to stay up. If there is addiction problem, then it could be possible that they will take support of the addiction, and they will do it so much. The addiction, it's like literally drinking every day or smoking every day, all the time, or like when you just keep doing it. But I'm also being shown that this person will not stop living their life. So the addictions are there in the background, and they will continue to live their life. This could have happened with the feminine initially when she went through this phase, and eventually when this phase goes away, suddenly there's a huge transformation in energy. The magician awakens, and this is a divine card. So there are two divine cards in this particular session. One is the magician, and the other I've already shown you is the world. So after this harrowing phase, it's not like they straight away see the faces. It's not like the unmasking happens on its own. First, they will realize that they don't have to live like this. They don't have to be in the trap of addictions. They don't have to listen to other people even when other people are not right. See, that is the whole thing. First, the feminine listens to the masculine, and she internalizes all the things he says to her. Like he says, you're not a good person. I don't want to be with you. I cannot spend my life with you. You've really troubled me so much. You don't understand me. You're not this. You're not that. You're a horrible person. How did you abuse my family? Or how did you accuse my family? My family is the best, or my people are the best, or my best friend is right always. He's never wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong. So for some time, she's going to internalize those negative emotions, and she's going to blame herself. She's going to think, why did I have to open up my mouth, or why did I have to say these things? Why did I have to do this? I didn't have to do any of this. I could have just kept silent, observed everything. And she even thinks that, she should not have blamed him, or she should not have spoken about everything that even he is doing wrong on his face, because this whole volcanic eruption happens when she walks up to him and says that you need to take responsibility, you need to open up to the truth, you need to awaken, because I'm tired. And I'm also telling you what I can get right now for this particular situation. Truth gets revealed and masks from people's faces are coming off. And one more statement was given to me that the feminine here is going to be the hero. Not that masculine won't be, because she is the first one who takes it, and she is the one who does everything alone. Because see, if she doesn't do it, if she doesn't get out from this stage and comes to this stage, it will not work out for the masculine as well, because he gets Shakti from her. She is the Shakti, and only when Shakti is in full power, only then Shiv can be happy. That's how they say it. When Shakti is awakened, when Shakti is out of the dark energies, when Shakti reveals her own true self in front of herself, the magician. So this comes when all of this thing, internalizing of messages, she realizes that this is not the real thing. I have to stop doing it. And she figures out a way to heal herself. It could be through therapy, or it could be some inner work she finds out about. But technically, we all need to get aligned with our chakras. When we get aligned with our chakras, only then the energy flow happens. Okay, so our Ida and our Pingala Nadi will start getting energy, and all the other thousands of nadis that are connected to it, which lights up our energy body, will start working. Okay, then comes the stage, the independent stage, where, the other person is going to do a lot of work on themselves, and they will remain very balanced. Balance is very much required. So when the magician happens, you get a huge surge of positive energy. And then you need to maintain that energy. You need to stay with that energy. And you need to realize that this energy is coming from within, after and because of source integration. Or you can also say when you go through a lot of pain, when you, like, say for example, you have an alcohol addiction, and you're lucky if this happens, I'm sure. But this can only happen if you start letting go while you're in addiction, and you start praying every day to source that please help me get out of my addiction. I want to get my work going fine for me. I want to be on my mission. I want to be happy. I don't want to believe whatever the masculine has told me, or anybody else has told me, or his people have told me, or my people have told me. Look who's coming inside, Miss Page. So let me just close that door. It's distracting me, guys. When you do that fight, so like you're drinking every day, but at the same time you're saying you don't want to do it because you're doing it only because you want to feel happy, you want to feel good, you want to be, like out of that zone. But then you realize that it's causing you more harm because you're not sleeping on time, you're going out, you're meeting all the unnecessary people. And I'm just giving drinking as an example. It could be anything else. It could be food addiction. You know that the biggest addiction is food addiction. It could be sugar addiction, that you like to eat a lot of sweet things. You keep eating just to feel better. Even if your fridge is full of healthy food like fruits or veggies or salad or multigrain breads or anything, you don't want to go that side. You will call for something and you will, make a delivery and you will eat junk food, and then you're not in the right energy, because when you eat healthy food you automatically become very healthy. Because I did have a major food addiction problem. I used to eat a lot and I used to eat mostly junk food. So I remember that I started changing my routine. Every morning when I wake up, the first thing I consume is a fruit. No matter what. Yeah, if I'm out, if I'm staying at someone else's places, then also I'll look for a fruit, or I'll always have one fruit if I know that next morning maybe I'm out hiking, or maybe I'm out with other people, or something else is happening. So even before, if I go for cycling early in the morning, I will eat 2 bananas, or I will eat 2-3 oranges or an apple or something, and I can feel that there's a big change. And instead of drinking some artificial drink, if you replace it with a lemonade, or you replace it with real orange juice or something, you will feel a big difference. Your skin will become very nice. If you eat a lot of fruits, it makes your skin glow. I have noticed it. So do include good food and fruits in your diet, salads in your diet. Now, I know this is not a part of the channeling, but I just felt like sharing it, because I feel that lifestyle changes is also part of balancing. When you're trying to balance out your life, and see, even here the person has a cover on their eyes, but they can do the balancing act because they're using their emotions. So this is also trying to tell me that the people here who are transforming their life, now they have started literally believing in their intuition. Both the masculine and feminine, when they start believing in their intuition and they start, feeling things, they are more in the emotional state. Both of them, one by one, will realize that the people around them are not their well-wishers. Or even if they're pretending to be their well-wishers, or even if they say that they're their well-wishers, they're not on the same energy level. They could be very materialistic, and they could be thinking that, the life that you are living is not a great life, is not the right thing to do. So don't do it, and just to make you not do it, they will probably try out everything to take you away from that spiritual path and put you in the materialistic path where, you have to serve them, or you are a part of their ego, you're a part of their image extension. So literally it's like you are somebody who helps them keep their image going. You are also one of those things, and you realize that you're nothing more than that, because the moment you start sort of going against them, you say, no, I don't want to do what you want me to do, or I think my life is not, on the same level or the same platform. And you also try to tell them that I'm not acting as a superior person. I'm not saying you're inferior. It's just that I'm different than you people, and now I want to accept that I am a unique creation of universe and I am different. I don't want to run away from it and I don't want to fight against it. I just want to accept that this is who I am and be at peace with myself. So yes, there is a lot of peace that you develop, and then comes pain again, because this pain and this woundedness is very much important, because once you are in the magician energies, you start doing your things and then you are balancing everything out. That's when they will reveal their true faces, because they don't like it. They don't like the changes that you're reflecting, the changes that you're projecting, and you're very bold about it. You're so boldly doing it. You're doing it on their face and you don't take their help anymore. Earlier, for emotional support, for mental support, you were so codependent, you would cry in front of them. And then you realize that they don't even care about your tears. Every time you cry in front of them, every time you're in pain, all they do is, it will be okay, it will be okay. And even if it's their mistake. So I'm being shown again and again, even though this situation is only being given as an example. In your case, it could be something else, but I'm being given this, such a clear vision has been given to me of a masculine who has an elderly feminine. And when I say elderly, I'm saying there is an age gap. There is a huge age gap. It could be 20 years also. So he has fallen in love with her and he wants to marry her. He wants to live his whole life with her. And he goes to his family members and he tries to convince them, and they go crazy after that. When they meet her, first they're like, yeah, let us meet her, because they want to make the points that they are going to throw at him. So yeah, let's meet her. And as soon as they meet her, they say that this is never going to work out. You're getting us boycotted from the society. Nobody is going to accept us if you do this. This is insane. This is wrong. She's not the right person for you. And look at it. She's so old. They keep using certain statements that trigger him even more. She's old. You know, she's a person you would have to take care of later on. So are you going to spend your whole life taking care of her, or you should be having your own children? So he says, I'm not concerned about children. I don't want to have children. I just want to be with her. I want to do whatever I, love doing, everything, be it my job, be it doing something else, etc., etc. And they just don't agree. And he listens to them and he goes away from the feminine. And when he goes away from the feminine, after that, they actually get him engaged or married to someone else. And that is when he realizes that they don't care about him at all. They just care about their image, because his marriage is a very unhappy marriage. He goes through a lot of torture, he goes through a lot of pain, a lot of emotional pain, to a level that he wants to kill himself. He wants to end his life. Obviously, he's not going to do that, but those thoughts haunt him a lot. He feels that, he's in so much pain that he's willing to die. And when he goes to his family and when he goes crying in front of them, crying his, eyeballs out, they don't listen to him. They just act like it's okay. He's overreacting. And even when he says the relationship is not working out, I just can't seem to figure it out. They are like, so what? Just keep trying. Just keep trying. It will happen one day. And obviously the other person dumps him. Maybe it's the karmic who also realizes that this is not going anywhere. So after he separates himself, he is not talking about the feminine. Maybe the reason why, they help him out eventually to get his separation or get him out of that trap is because that karmic is also damaging their reputation. Maybe the karmic goes out telling that, this family is a crazy family, they're bad people, they're money-minded, or they're insane, or whatever, She just goes on, creating so much trouble for them that for their own image they get him separated. So I'm being told this scenario, imagine this could be a completely different scenario, but in this channeling this is being shared to tell all of you people who are listening that you could be in similar situations which could be really harrowing for you, for the masculine especially. How this happens with the feminine is that she is with her own people, and for her whole life she has own life and whole life. She serves them, she takes care of them. And when she is discarded and when she's in very low energies, very dark energies, she could be unwell, she could be in pain, she could be in financial crisis. They don't help her out. On the contrary, they make fun of her. They even tell her that you could not even keep up a relationship. You are this, you are that, and blah, blah, blah. And maybe they feel that her time is up, like she cannot do anything again. So again, I'm saying this is not gender specific. You could be a man experiencing everything because you have more of nurturing energies and you have awakened your feminine, the polarized feminine as of now. So you're experiencing this. And in both the cases, now they can see the mask, they can see the reality that their own people, their own friends, so-called people who were making decisions for them or they were working so hard for them, it's not correct. So when he cries to his family members or his own people to satisfy them, he had, taken such a big decision of separating himself. But look at them. Look at them. They don't care. They don't care about his pain. All they care about is their image. So now he wants to go back to his feminine, and now he has to work hard to go back to his feminine because she's on some other level. She has reached here. She's reached here. She's independent. She doesn't need anybody. She has amazing energies right now. Like, look at this. Okay, from a person who's getting nightmares, who's in dark night of the soul, someone who's crying. This is what I'm talking about. And as always, these cards came out on their own, and I have already used a channeled message to elaborate this scenario. Now let's just take some guidance from chakras. Chakra cards. So if you are, anywhere in the middle right now, or you could also be in the most, like the beginning stage, or you could be in the balancing stage and it could be difficult for you, I'm going to just take out 2 cards right now just to ask for these people who are experiencing this situation, what is it that they can do? To what area they can work on, what chakra they can work on, and just think accordingly, guys. Whatever you resonate with, you go with that. Self-worth. Growth. So, again, interesting cards. Self-worth is what you need to work on, and self-worth is also coming from your sacral chakra. Very, very important to love who you are. In Hindi, sacral is called Swadhisthana, and Swadhisthana means to be rooted in your being, to be like strong and be happy and be in grateful energies that this is who you are. This is how you're supposed to experience your life. This is how you're supposed to express yourself. So look at this beautiful chair, that you're supposed to sit on. And at the moment, whosoever it is, they are not in their best of energies. They are not wearing the best of clothes. There is, snowfall is there, and, there's a glacier that they're on. A lot of things are going on, but the universe is presenting this beautiful chair, which they are worthy of, that sit on it and everything will be okay after that. Claim it, and if you also claim it, then go ahead, guys. Type a yes if you want to claim this in the comment section. Second is growth. So you need to work on your heart space. And again, your heart is connected to when all the chakras start functioning, all the chakras are, connected with each other and giving energy to each other, that's when the heart space opens up. So how I am seeing is that the one person, first you need to work on self-worth, and then you need to figure out that what you love to do. Your mission is connected to your heart chakra, what you love to do for real. This is not something that people are forcing on you. This is not something that you're also forcing on yourself. You just in your heart know that you love this so much, and you need to work on this. In case you feel that you're not able to figure out what your mission is, then just sit still for a while and ask this question to universe. Or you can also get a personal session. You can get a Twinflame astrology session, which will help you to determine what could be the closest thing to your purpose for now. If you found your purpose but you're not able to do anything about it, again there must be some self-worth issues. You feel that you can't do it, you're not able to let go, you're not able to, have faith in universe. You're just so scared that it will not work out because you failed so many times in the past, and you've been in such energies in the past where nothing was working out for you, where you were misunderstood, and you were told you're not good enough to be with the person you love or to do what you enjoy doing. Because for some people, love is not just for a person. For some people, love is, with something they do, and they really their whole life they want to do it so badly, but they're always told you can't do it. Since childhood they're told you can't do it because you come from a family like this. You can't do it because you don't have enough money. You can't do it because you're not good looking. You can't do it because your looks are not good enough. Like, I was told in my childhood so many times, two different messages were given to me. I was told so many times that I don't have a perfect nose, I don't have a perfect neck. There were so many things that I was told, like I have a very big forehead. And the craziest one was when I was growing up, my voice changed. I had a very thin voice and it became husky around when I was in 6th or 7th standard. And I used to be a very good singer. Like, I could sing like very vocally. I was very gifted, and I still am, by the grace of God. I think singing should not be only about the tunes. Singing comes from your heart, actually. But as a child, when I was constantly told that you can't sing anymore, you can't do this, your voice is very bad. This is what I was told, constantly told, that look at her, she is no longer able to sing because her voice is gone for a toss. And people in my household, I think, or around me, had no understanding about a husky voice. They made this husky voice look like a very bad thing that happened with me, and because of that I quit singing. In fact, I used to learn classical music, but I quit singing, and for many years I did not sing. Like, I would sing here and there, but I used to literally sing on the stage as a child. I have performed many times, so it was a very big wound that I had to work on. Similarly, I feel in the twin flame journey, a lot of you have to face it, but then when you heal yourself, when you go to the other side, you realize that you're just making it too big. It should not be. And what makes it too big is the programming, the rigid programming, the beliefs that 3D people have, that you need to be in a certain way, only then you can be accepted. But we pick it up from our childhood only, from our own experiences. We pick it up. We are told that, this is not good about you. Your forehead is too big. Your nose is not nice. Your lips are not nice. Imagine in today's world, everyone wants to have a pout, and people go to make their lips pouty. But we were actually told that it's, why do you have this pointy mouth? Why do you have your lips like this? Your lips should have been more inside. So many physical, bodily things, or so many such attributes like voice and this and that, it makes a person stop expressing. And I remember I actually got abused sexually only after that. Before that, I was feeling very safe and protected about myself. But maybe after that, my questions were not answered. I was not heard. I felt very neglected. And the moment you fall into those energies, you become open for the demonic attacks, or the people who are psychos, or, they are obviously psychos. Otherwise, they won't go and abuse little children. So all of us have this story, and I know that you can all relate with this, and that's why I'm sharing with you, because I'm the same person who can now sing, who can speak to people, who has a YouTube channel, who has written a book. I'm the same person. The same person who was constantly hiding, always hiding behind other people. I never wanted to be right there. And yesterday I had said one statement. I just blurted it out, that you're not supposed to fit in, rather you're supposed to stand out. If that is your destiny, what can you do? How much can you hide? How much can you hide behind other people? If your destiny is to stand out and express and voice out and be yourself without any guilt, shame, without any pain, you got to accept who you are, because you're here to volunteer. This is not even you. This is your temporary identity. This is going to get over very soon. We have very limited time over here. It is the soul, it is the essence behind us that actually is the life force behind us, the consciousness behind us. That is the real deal, and we must give more importance to that. And therefore, we should use even this body and identity, awakened identity, to be of service to humanity, to mankind, and most importantly to Source. Because for Source, it's not just humans who need help. For Source, everybody is important. Everybody, every being, every gender, every type of sexuality, every type of person every soul, every spirit, everybody is equal for the source. That's the love of source. So we are supposed to integrate with the source. And thanks, for all these situations, and especially in this channeling session, in this reading, I see so much pain and suffering, and I do see a lot of questions about your own identity as well, because when the karmic attack happens, or when the whole ganging up happens from different places, you're actually pointed out at things that you would not even imagine. It could be your age, it could be a social status. If Shiva had to go through it, if Krishna had to go through it, if Radha had to go through it, if Ram and Sita had to go through it, then who the hell are we? We are, I don't want to say who the hell are we, but I really want to say, then if the gods and goddesses, if the masters have gone through it, then we also can go through it, because the masters are there to help us out. And that is the one thing that we always need to remember. And yes, we also go through this because when we are in relationship with other people, we have insecurities. And that's why when the karmics enter the scene with a personality or some kind of thing going good for them, and good for them if it is making them happy. I'm very happy for those people who love themselves, who love how they look. But eventually the masculine realizes that the karmic is not the one for him, because he does not feel attracted towards her. And yes, my friends, this has also come up in many channeling sessions and reading personal sessions and therapies also, where they have admitted that they just got married for a few assets, maybe materialistic or physical, or it was the family that was making them do it. And later on they realize that they are not aroused at all with that person, or they just don't feel any physical attraction to even hold their hand or hug them or kiss them. And then it becomes very dirty, becomes very dark, because the karmic is literally pressurizing them. Get intimate with me. Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you satisfying me? Why aren't you close to me? Why don't you hug me? Why don't you kiss me? Why aren't you this? Why aren't you that? It sort of becomes really challenging, to a point that the karmic probably goes out with someone else. And again, I don't want to make the karmic look like the villain, because what else is she supposed to do? She can't just be hovering around the person who doesn't love her. She knows he doesn't love me. She knows that he loves someone else, and maybe she knows that girl, she knows the feminine, and she also deserves to be loved by someone else who really would love her for who she is. Maybe with the help of the feminine and masculine, she is also able to figure out what she wants from her life, and what type of partner she's looking for, what type of family she wants. Alright, so thank you so much for being here with me. I will see you soon in another one. One love and peace out.